Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the full 2020 Sports Awards here at Fair Lawn High School. We will be doing it virtually again this season due to the current pandemic. We will look forward to getting everybody back together in person and celebrating the achievements and successes of our athletes, hopefully in the near future. This fall was a very, very trying time for our athletes, but as true cutters, they persevered, showed great sportsmanship, worked hard, developed relationships with their coaches and their teammates, and the success on and off the field was apparent to everyone. We look forward to the winter and spring seasons with great anticipation as we continue to navigate our way through this crazy time. On behalf of Mr. Norcia, our superintendent, Mr. Gorski, our principal, and the entire board, again, we'd like to congratulate our coaches, athletes, and parents on a great fall season. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Gorski, who would like to say a few words.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Fair Lawn High School Fall Sports and Activities Awards. Going back to last spring, we brought these awards to the virtual setting in the absence of in-person gatherings, and we've really appreciated the opportunity to recognize all our wonderful students and the coaches and directors that bring out the very best in them each and every day during their seasons. This fall season was an especially trying time. It was one where we were sort of on eggshells all along, hoping for just one more game or one more competition to get out there and show our stuff and for our students to be part of a team and part of a family. We were able to really conduct quite thorough fall seasons, and that is due to the great leadership of all of our coaches, our directors, our athletic department, Mr. Robinson, Mrs. Roman Katz, our athletic trainer for really going through the protocols and helping keep everybody safe throughout the fall season, Jason LaCicero, and our school nurse, Joanne Murata, who followed everything very, very closely in terms of any sort of contact tracing and other things that we needed to do. Our buildings and grounds department, under the direction of Mr. Yobs, was outstanding with keeping our facilities clean and ready for our students every time they undertook a game or a practice. It was some of the best times I had this fall, being able to be out on our fields and seeing our kids be kids. That's really what it's all about. It's why we have such a comprehensive program here at Fair Lawn High School, because we recognize the power of these activities to uplift both the body and the soul. It was a great season. It was one in which we really thanked every single minute and every single day that we had to be out there. And we're looking forward to having successful winter and spring seasons this school year as well. Stay well, stay healthy, and enjoy the presentation of our Fall Sports and Activities Awards. Thank you.
This has been a crazy season. As a first-year coach, I was very excited and nervous to be back coaching in a town I cheered for my whole life, especially in a time with COVID. I knew this year would be different. However, this team is absolutely amazing. At the start of our season, we had long practices nearly every day. Every girl contributed in helping to create a halftime routine, and we all worked together. I learned from the girls as much as they learned from me. In such a short amount of time, I really felt we grew as a family, and even in tough times, we worked together and had a great season. I would have not had the successful season I did without my assistant coach, Ashley. Ashley and I worked so hard to make this short season as enjoyable as fun as possible. Although Ashley spent a lot of her time with JV, when she was able to help out varsity, she was a tremendous help. Also, thank you to the wonderful parents that helped me with clothing orders, senior day, and everything else, which is a lot more. And a special shout out to Joanne Murata for always being there for me whenever I had a question, needed help, absolutely anything, she was there. Another thank you for the continued support from Mr. Gorski, Mr. Robinson, and Mrs. Roman Katz. Congratulations also to our first-time varsity letter winners, Kendall, Nicole, Katya, Serena, Kaylee, Amanda, Emma, Zaina, and Chloe. I will miss this team and our seniors so much. So here's just a little shout out for each of my seniors that I was able to coach. Ashley, one of our captains, was a great leader to both varsity and JV. Karina was the most unexpected flyer I have ever seen, but did an amazing job. Sydney S. was a great cheerleader to coach and always gave great suggestions. Michaela could always make me laugh and was all around an excellent cheerleader. Alex, one of our captains, could always count on you to be a role model and leader to both JV and varsity. Ashley Tabor, very talented girl, the most flexible girl I know. Overall, a really great cheerleader, and she's going to be missed. Kayla, one of our captains, could always count on you to lead the team, help me with anything I needed, and remember absolutely every cheer and dance. Kylie, I can always count on you to remember absolutely everything and base absolutely any stunt, and also fly. Sydney G, one of our captains, was always trying to help and give suggestions anywhere she could, was such a positive role model to both JV and varsity. Maddie was such an amazing base, could count on her in any stunt I put her in. And finally, Mackenzie was a great back and was a great model for both teams. So now there are two separate awards. So this year I chose one girl to receive the Cutter Award. This cheerleader was a role model for both JV and varsity. She went above and beyond to help anywhere she could. She was always positive, smiling, and excited to be at practice. Even though I only knew these girls for a few months, as a first-year coach, her impact on me and the person she was, I will remember forever. I will miss you so much. The best of luck to you in college. Congratulations, Alex Murata. And the second girl is receiving the MVP award. This cheerleader works hard. She's always willing to try new things, make suggestions, come up with new ideas for stunts, and always voices her opinion, which is something I love. She is always so happy, energetic, and loves cheerleading. She is strong at everything she does, whether it's jumps, backing, dancing, or anything. I will miss her so much when she moves on to college, but I will have the pleasure of coaching her on the competition team. Congratulations, Michaela Cavina. This has been such a different type of season and shorter than I would have liked to coach, but all of you were such a pleasure to coach. I am so happy to be your coach, and I'm so happy to continue with so many girls in the upcoming years of me being a coach. So thank you all for an amazing season, and I hope to see you soon in person. Coach K.
Before I talk about the girls' cross-country season, I did want to take a moment to thank all of the people that worked very hard to allow us to run this year. I know it wasn't easy, but thank you to Mr. Robinson, thank you to Ms. Roman Katz, thank you to Mr. LaCicero. and many others who played a role in making sure that we were able to have a season this year. On to the girls cross country season. We were very happy to run this year. We had a smaller team than usual, as I'm sure many sports did, but we still had a lot of success and a lot of good times throughout the year. We had a couple of first-year varsity letter winners. One of them was a freshman, Isabel Villegas. She came to the cross-country team as a novice runner, but improved throughout the year. We had a junior, Angela Bermudez, who has been part of the program for 2 years, but was able to get her varsity letter this year. So that was very good for Angela. We had one senior this was her first year running, Katarina Kazikin. She was a good contributor to the program. We were very happy to have her as part of the team. Ava Campbell was also a junior and a big contributor to the team. This was her second year winning a varsity letter. Moving forward, we had Megan Villette. Megan has been a varsity letter winner for 3 years. She is a junior, and she was also second team All-League this season. So Megan had a very successful year and has been a very big contributor to the program. The boys cross country season was highly successful. We went undefeated in league play. We also did well at the invitationals that we attended. We had a very strong senior class. Many of the seniors on our team were 4-year letter winners, and I was very happy that they were able to get, even though it was a shortened season in, we were able to get a season in, and we were able to win the league championship. I'd like to recognize our non-senior varsity award winners first. We have Justin Brooks. We also have Sam Steinhardt, and we have Michael Lusberg. These 3 juniors were all on the varsity team and contributed heavily for our end of the season awards. Justin Brooks was a second team All-League runner, and Michael Lusberg was first team All-League. So that was very good. Moving along, we have our Cutter Award winner, who was a captain and someone who has been a part of the program for the last 4 years, who is a very nice young lady, a very hardworking young lady, and was a great leader to the younger kids in our program, and that is Amanda Duran. And finally, our MVP of the 2020 season is Haley Conklin. This is the second time in her career that Haley has won the MVP. Haley has fought through many physical challenges. She's had a bad back throughout the last 2 years, which has made it very difficult for her, but she really showed heart and determination and a strong desire to be successful. Many other kids would not have fought as hard as she did to be as successful as she was. We are going to miss Haley, Amanda, and the rest of the seniors very much. I am very happy that they were able to get a chance to compete this year, and we will miss them. For our seniors, we had one of our seniors was Alan Manjarvis. He is a 4-year varsity letter winner. He had some injuries this year, which prevented him from competing as much as he would have liked, but he was still a great contributor to the team and had a great career at Fair Lawn High School. Another senior contributor was Dan Rodriguez. He was on the team for 3 years and was a varsity letter winner all 3 years that he was on the team. He also was honorable mention All-League. Another senior on the team was Alex Razon. Alex has been a part of the program for many years. Alex is a very nice and great kid, and we were very lucky to have him as part of our family. Another varsity letter winner, senior, Jason Shepatovsky. Jason is another 4-year varsity letter winner. Jason was second team All-League. Jason did very much to help over the last 4 years accomplish everything that this program has accomplished. Our next senior varsity letter winner is Jacob Michaelman. Jacob Michaelman had a very successful season, was the captain of our team, or one of the captains of our team, and was also first team All-League. Like I said, he had a great season, and I think he's planning to run in college as well he should. He's had a great career here at Fair Lawn High School, and for that reason I have named him our Cutter Award winner. And that brings us lastly to Blake Bommersbash. Blake is the 2020 MVP of the Fair Lawn High School cross-country team. Blake had his best season. He was a 4-year letter winner. He ran very well at our league meets, taking first place in each of those events. He had also an excellent career here at Fair Lawn High School, and we are going to be sad to see him go, as well as the rest of this senior class. It was probably the best senior class, or best class, that I have coached at Fair Lawn High School. They did things and were more successful than any other class that I have been privileged to be a part of. I will miss them all.
Hi, I'm Coach Brendan Wallace, the varsity football coach here at the high school. First and foremost, I just want to thank all of the parents for all their efforts this season, and of course the kids for working hard throughout to help us achieve a strong season, and the administration for all their help as well. We finished the season 3-2, a winning record, something we set out to do. It was something that hadn't happened here in a few years, so I just want to thank again all the players and coaches for their efforts to get us to a level where we wanted to be and where we can build for seasons to come. I'm just going to talk about our seniors real quick. Our first one I want to speak about is Devin Valley. He was a new student to the school this year. He came in and we knew at first he was going to be somebody we can get on the field. We just didn't know where, and each and every day he came and worked hard for us, and by the end of the year he was starting and doing a great job for us on the defensive line. Next, I want to talk about Danny Arcos. Danny Arcos was another, hard worker who did whatever coaches asked him day in and day out. He played wide receiver for us, and he was a tremendous blocker and helped us, run the ball successfully throughout the season. Next is his brother, Ricky Arcos. Ricky, very similar player to Dan. They're twin brothers. Both played receiver for us. Ricky was great for us in the blocking game as well, but also had 2 catches on the season and 1 great touchdown in our final game against Memorial. So, Ricky Arcos, he'll be missed. Next, I want to speak about Joey Fojan. Joe Fojan was a very hard-working and physical player for us, something that we needed, not having a lot of guys who were willing to put their body on the line quite like Joe. So he's going to be somebody that we certainly miss, and good luck to him in the future. Next, I want to talk about Joe Tejan. Joe Tejan is a 2-year starter for us at linebacker and offensive line. He battled some injuries this year, but you can tell he always wanted to be out there and be working with his team and trying to finish the season strong. So he's another guy that was a big contributor for us this year. Next, I want to speak about Zachary Shapiro. Zach Shapiro was a first-team All-Division offensive lineman for us this year. He was our best offensive lineman on the team. He worked for us on the defensive line as well, and he did a great job on both sides of the ball. Next, I want to speak about Jalen Corcoran. He's a 3-year starter for us. He's played a significant role on the team since he was a sophomore. He played a bunch of different skill positions for us this year, and he wasn't always where he wanted to be on the field, but he always did what he was asked without questioning and worked hard at doing it. And I know he's looking to play college football, so good luck to him in the future. Next will be senior defensive back and running back Tommy Kabiawu. Tommy has been a 3-year starter as well on defense and some offense. This year he moved to running back for us and was a key contributor in our run game and our offense. And it was a new position for him, but in regular Tommy fashion, he did what we asked him to do, and he did it to his best ability, and he was tremendous for us this season. Lastly, I want to talk about Ali Lapo. Ali played quarterback and defensive back for us. He is a 2-year starter. He missed his junior year due to a car accident and had an injury, and it was a big setback for him, but he did nothing but work hard and get better every single day once he was medically cleared to do so. And he was the most important player on our team this year, and he had a tremendous year. He ended up being top 5 in North Jersey in rushing touchdowns by the end of the season. We only had 5 games, so he will be missed largely. Lastly, I want to give out our awards for the season. Our Cutter Award is going to go to Tommy Kabiawu, and our MVP will go to Ali Lapo. All right, thank you for listening, and I hope everyone has a great and safe holiday season. Good night.
Hello everyone, my name is John Van Soest. I'm the head coach for the FLHS girls varsity soccer team. First off, I always like to thank our Board of Ed, Mr. Gorski, and Mr. Robinson for all they do for our program throughout the year. This year in particular, I cannot thank you all enough for allowing the girls to get back on the field this fall, despite everything going on around us. While practice and game protocols and procedures looked a little different, we all needed this season to have some sense of normalcy this fall, and for that, I am forever grateful. Thank you, Jay Cicero, for all the pre-practice prep you did daily to allow us to safely play and get our injured athletes back on the field as quick as possible. You always do a great job for us. Thank you, Diane Roman-Katz in the athletic office, for handling all the behind-the-scenes jobs and dealing with the last-minute cancellations or field switches or pickup locations. You're the best in the business, and hopefully I can get off the list sooner than later. Thank you, parents, for your patience, flexibility, and understanding during this time, and all the efforts you put forward to ensure the girls had the best experience possible. Lastly, I would like to thank my coaching staff. Coach McGuire and Coach Healy are incredible at what they do. Their roles within our program are so vital to the success of our teams, and these ladies stop at nothing to ensure these girls are prepared as possible for each game and remember to always have fun while doing it. Coach Egan, your guidance and mentorship over the last 12 years has been invaluable to not only the team's success, but my growth as a coach. I'm extremely grateful for all you have done for me over our coaching career together and looking forward to seeing you at least part-time in the years to come. I call this the comeback season, not because we had comebacks in our games, but because of the comeback we had on our roster. With the shifting of the seasons, injuries, and cancellations to some clubs, we were able to have a few familiar faces come back and play this fall that haven't played in up to 4 years. We were lucky to have these girls this season contribute the way they did. We finished our season 4-6. We beat the teams we should. We stayed relatively competitive with the more talented teams in our league. While I'd like to get those games against Lakeland back, I cannot stress enough the effort and intensity level for which our girls played, even in defeat. I knew they had it in them, and they showed it that night. However, regardless of wins and losses, to be able to get on the field this fall and play was really the highlight of our year. The girls, especially the seniors, deserved it, and I'm glad they got the opportunity. This year's seniors are co-captain Mia Adler. Mia is a 4-year varsity player for FLHS. She is calm and cool defender who always seems to be in the right place to disrupt the offensive attack. She came into the season as our most experienced back and led the team from the defensive standpoint. Mia is as consistent as they come in her role on the field, and for her efforts she received honorable mention All-League. Co-captain Emily Savalos. Emily is another 4-year varsity player, a 4-time first-team All-League player who controlled the middle of our field her entire time at FLHS. She has incredible soccer skill and IQ. Win or lose, she's always one of the best, if not the best player on the field. She finishes her career with 28 goals, 30 assists, received third-team All-County honors, and will be playing at Muhlenberg next fall. Jessica Coca. Jessica is a game changer. She has phenomenal speed, tremendous foot skills, and the ability to flip the field in seconds. She can create on-band rushes and breakaways on goal in an instant. Jessica is a true goal scorer who has the ability to find the back of the net often. A player who took off junior year but came back this year to score 7 goals this season. It was named first team All-League and honorable mention All-Bergen County. Alexa Manspizer. Alexa is an extremely versatile player. I can confidently put her in a number of different positions throughout the game and know she's going to hold her own. Alexa always gives the team 100% when she's on the field. She scored her only goal this season in her last high school game in the state tournament. A fantastic way to end her high school soccer career. Catherine Phillips. As good of a player as Kat is, she's just an all-around great athlete. She has size, strength, and confidence in her abilities as a player. We were fortunate to have her this year with the switch in the seasons, playing in the midfield, in the back, and as our keeper. Although we lost her to injury late in the season, she truly made an impact on the field for us this season. For that, Kat received second-team All-League honors. Sophia Pickett. Sophia is another senior we were able to benefit with the switching of the sports seasons. Another extremely well-rounded athlete. While it took a couple weeks for her skills to return, her engine ran at 100 miles per hour from day one. She gave us all she had every time she stepped on the field. Sophia scored a huge go-ahead goal at Lakeland that will be ingrained in my head for quite some time. Daniela Kira. Daniela defines high school sports. She's someone who enjoys playing the game and being with her friends. Daniela doesn't really care what team she plays on or what position she plays. She just enjoys being part of a team. A selfless player that will do whatever the coaches ask of her. Daniela scored her first and only varsity goal against Passaic Valley when she had a penalty shot with pace and accuracy that I've never seen her do before. Ella Sullivan. Ella is a success story in her own, whether she played soccer this season or not. Coming back from a very difficult surgery sophomore year, she always told me she'd be back. While it sounded good, I wasn't sure if it was actually going to happen. Ella came back this year and benefited greatly from a position change that allowed her to be more effective on the field. She goes 1,000 miles an hour, and if you're in her way, you're probably going to get knocked down. Ella finished her comeback season with 2 goals and 3 assists. Gigi Yadav. Gigi and I had a discussion about her role in the team back during the preseason. After coming to an agreement, Gigi became 10 times a better player this year than she had been in the past. She is someone that younger girls can look up to as an example of hard work and perseverance gets you what you want. While Gigi had a small role on the field, when she was out there, she would also give the team everything she had, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. This year's Cutter Award goes to Sarah Mantia. Sarah has been our keeper for the past 2 seasons. We were fortunate to have Kat Phillips back this season, who is very talented at the keeper position herself. It's a difficult pill to swallow when you go from being the starting keeper one year to splitting time the next. However, Sarah made this transition smoothly and welcomed the challenge of a second keeper on the team to both push her and help her further development at the position. Not all athletes would respond this way that Sarah did in this situation, which proves that Sarah is not just any athlete. She understands the importance of being a good teammate and working hard to be the best she can be. Congratulations, Sarah. This year's MVP is our 4-year starting and 4-year first-team All-League midfielder, Emily Savalos. Emily has been this team's engine for the last 4 years. She's one of the most talented players to ever play for this school. Her soccer IQ is phenomenal. She's strong and has the ability to take on multiple defenders at a time. If she can't, she always makes the right pass to a teammate and puts him in a great position to score or move the ball downfield. Emily leads by example on the field by working at an incredible rate and never giving up. Coaches from our league and area always have compliments about her after we play the games. Emily finishes this shortened season with 7 goals and 5 assists and is a part of 3rd team All-Bergen County. I just want to close by congratulating all the student athletes, especially the seniors, who were able to get back on the field, court, course this fall and finish off their careers the best way they could possibly do. Best of luck in the future. Thank you.
Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Matt Sacconi. I'm the varsity boys soccer coach at Fairlawn High School. Welcome to the Fall 2020 Virtual Awards for the boys soccer team. Before we get to the awards and the season, I just want to thank a couple people. So first of all, the coaching staff that I work with. I'm very fortunate to work with these 3 gentlemen. Freshman coach Penny Ottoff, JV coach Coach Alvarez, and my varsity assistant Coach Pampaloni. Obviously, I would not be able to do any of the stuff that we can without you guys, so thank you so much. To the members of the athletic department, Mr. Robinson, our athletic director, Mrs. Roman Katz, his assistant, and Mr. LaCicero, our trainer, and Mrs. Murata, the nurse, especially this year with COVID. Because of you guys, it made the season possible at all. Going back and forth from the preseason with clearances, with Miss Murata, it was just incredible what she was able to get done every week. And then Mr. LaCicero, our trainer, every week showing up with water and ice and hand sanitizer. It was, 10 times the amount of work that he would normally do in a season, which already is crazy. And then Mr. Robinson and Mrs. Robin Katz for organizing transportation, contests, all of that kind of stuff. So again, thank you very much. To the administration, as always, for supporting the Fairlawn Boys Soccer program. Buildings and grounds for making sure that our fields are always set up, practices, games, no matter what the situation is. And to the parents for getting your children there on time, for supporting the coaching staff in our program, and for being fantastic role models to our student athletes. So thank you to everyone that made this season possible. So we finished our season with a record of 3-6. We started off a little rough with Lakeland, Wayne Hills, and West Milford. I think part of this was because we had such a shortened preseason compared to most other schools. We weren't able to get out during the summer like a lot of schools were. We only ended up having 1 scrimmage, so I feel like those first 3 games we were still trying to figure everything out. We turned it around. The defense really stepped up over the course of the next couple of games. Got a couple wins against Wayne Valley, Passaic Valley, and West Milford. We ran into some tough competition at Kearney in the state playoffs. They're a great side, and it was just an unfortunate draw. We had a couple games that were taken away because of the high school shutting down towards the end of the season, so we weren't able to complete our league schedule. But in the league, we ended up finishing 3-5. So to avoid this being 45 minutes long, I haven't written anything about each senior, but I did list them here and I'll read them out loud. We had 20 seniors this season: AJ Acampora, Tony Amoroso, Daniel Choi, Jacob Espinoza, Matt Fiacola, Matt Flores, Adwait Ganguly, Tommy Glavis, Justin Gergis, Kobina Idan, Josh Keng, Marco Matias, Matt Ruley, Roe Shalom, Akiva Tarno Fine, Jasper Tumboken, Farouk Turganov, Tommy Villegas, Shaman Yamura, and Clay Scolari. I just want to thank you guys for so much what you've done over the past 4 years. The vast majority of you have been in part of this program for 4 years. Best of luck in the future. Don't be strangers, always come back. You know, we always say that this is such a family, and that family continues to grow after you guys graduate from the high school. So like I said, always feel free to come back and stay a part of this program. So now for some of the awards that some of our players earned postseason. All-League and All-County, we had 5 All-League players. Jonathan Hunal and Casper Piella were both first-team members for All-League. Marco Matias and Justin Cedeno were second-team. And Matt Flores earned honorable mention for All-League honors. And then sophomores Jonathan Hunal and Casper Piella both earned All-County honorable mentions honors as well. So congrats to everyone that earned All-League and All-County this season. So as our coaching staff is part of the Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association, it is possible for us to win some awards towards the end of the season. We had 2 awards that we won in our program. AJ Acampora Sr. won the Team Unsung Hero Award, which the coaching staff decided unanimously that it would go to AJ. He was such an integral part of our team. He doesn't have the stats that a lot of other players do because, number one, of his position, but anything we asked him to do, whether it was on the field or off the field, he did. He didn't get a ton of recognition throughout the season, but it didn't keep him from working harder every single day. He's such a great teammate, and although we didn't have any captains this year, being that we had 20 seniors on the team, we really felt that AJ stepped up this year and not only was a leader on the field, but vocally was a leader off the field as well. Always led by example. So again, the Team Unsung Hero Award for the BCBSCA was given to AJ Acampora. We also had the League Scholar Athlete Award, which was won by senior Daniel Choi. This was something where the coaching staff had any players who thought they were deserving of the Scholar Athlete Award write a resume, and then we picked which of the ones that we received that we thought would be the best, and then we took that to our league against the other coaches and kind of decided who we thought of all those teams deserved the award for, and Daniel earned it, was the one chosen to win. So again, Daniel Choi won the League Scholar Athlete Award. So congrats to you two on the Bergen County Boys Soccer Coaches Association postseason honors. And now to our Fairlawn High School awards. The Cutter Award for the 2020 season goes to senior Matthew Fiacola. Matt, every day he showed up to practice or games, all he ever wanted to do was talk soccer. You could tell how much he loves it. Aside from, high school soccer, you could tell how much he follows the sport, how much he loves to watch it. There was this one game we were at Passaic Valley, and Matt started that game, and he played the first half. He did really well, and at halftime, we kind of told someone else that they were going to end up going in for Matt. And I'm not sure if Matt knew that he wasn't going to play the rest of the game. And again, he had not done nothing wrong, but we were just trying to give someone else an opportunity to play. After we talked as a team at halftime, I looked over and I saw Matt pull this other player aside, and he was basically giving him the scouting report on the players from Passaic Valley. This kid's tendencies are these. This kid likes to do this. Make sure you force him outside. And it was just a really selfless act that stuck with me days after that. And I remember thinking, a lot of players in his position would have sulked. They would have sat on the bench thinking, why am I getting taken out of the game? And instead, he thought about what his responsibilities were as a good teammate at that point. There were dozens of other things like this that Matt does throughout the season. He never complains about anything, whether it's playing time or position or anything like that. You can just tell that he's always excited and having fun to be out there. So congratulations, Matthew. Job well done this season, definitely deserving of this award. Okay. And the final award is the MVP award for Fairlawn High School. This award this season goes out to sophomore center midfielder Casper Piella. Casper is a player that has many tools on the field. He can score, he can distribute. Offensively, he's very capable of receiving balls, distributing, and then on the other side of the field, he's a great defensive player. He's willing to get stuck in on tackles, go up for 50-50 balls, and we're looking forward to another 2 years with Casper. Casper, congratulations on this award. Again, very deserving of it.
Good evening. This is varsity girls tennis coach Jamie Graceffo. I would like to start by thanking the Board of Education, Mr. Gorski and our administration, Mr. Robinson, Mrs. Roman Katz, and Mr. LaCicero for making this season a possibility. I would also like to especially thank my assistant coach, Mrs. Willis, whose dedication and support is unparalleled and greatly appreciated. Coming into the season, we knew we had a chance to compete for a league title and a spot in the state playoffs. Our season started out a little rocky as we lost our first singles player due to injury. We had to revamp our lineup on the fly and had to play some people out of their normal comfort zone. As our lineup got healthy, we picked up momentum and put ourselves in position to gain a piece of the league title. As the season was coming to a close, we had 2 matches that were suspended because of darkness. We needed to win both to share the league title. We finished strong in the completion of our Wayne Hills match as first doubles clinched our victory. Our other match was postponed several times due to COVID closures, and we ended up having to finish on a cold and windy November day, not exactly tennis weather. We had to win both doubles matches in order to win the match and clinch a share of the league championship. First doubles won a first set tiebreaker and never looked back, dominating the second set. And second doubles came back after losing the first set to win in 3 sets. I can't say enough about the mental strength it takes to play such pressure-packed matches on such a miserable day. It is with great pride that we can say we finished strong and won a share of the league title. We were looking forward to playing in the state tournament, but unfortunately could not participate because of a COVID shutdown. But it was certainly a season that we can be proud of. Now for our team members. Biana Prasnik played some second doubles matches for us this year and received her first varsity letter. She stepped in and performed well with victories over Lakeland and Passaic Valley. Thank you and congratulations, Biana. Ashika Jagadish won a spot as her third singles performer, and showed that she has really grown as a player. She had to play some matches as second singles also due to injury and performed admirably. Ashika always seemed to get stronger as matches went on and would continue to fight her way back, playing a few matches that lasted more than 2 hours. Her determination to continue to play her best no matter how tired she was lifted our whole team. Thank you and congratulations, Ashika, who was named Honorable Mention All-League. Kalista Dalagauer completed her third varsity season at first singles this year. Kalista had worked hard in the off-season and was ready to build on a very successful sophomore year. Prior to her first match, she strained a muscle in her back and was told that she needed to take a couple of weeks off. A back injury is very easy for a tennis player to re-aggravate, especially one who plays as athletically and powerfully as Kalista does. Although she really wanted to be out there, it was the right thing to give her some extra time off. She missed her first 4 matches and set her sights on returning in a pivotal match against Wayne Valley. It was a tough match for Kalista, and she showed a little rust having not played for 2 weeks. Although the result was not what we wanted and was our second loss of the year, I could notice that our team had a quiet determination that we were done losing. Kalista went on to win the rest of her matches and soundly avenged her only defeat of the year in a dominating straight sets victory over Wayne Valley, helping us win the league. This match left no doubt as to her place atop our league and her importance to our team. With Kalista back at first singles, it allowed us to relax and put a consistent lineup on the court. Kalista got stronger with each match and helped lead us on a win streak with victories over Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley to share the league title. Kalista was recognized as a first-team All-League performer for the second year in a row, and she is also our MVP for the 2020 tennis season. Thank you, Kalista, and congratulations. Now for our seniors. Many of these young ladies have been with our program for 4 years and have accomplished much on the court and in the classroom. I've enjoyed our time together immensely, and it is bittersweet to wish them luck upon graduation. Esther Kaitoff has been in our singles lineup for 4 years and split time between first and second singles this year. Esther is one of our captains and has been a tremendous leader for our team. Her positive attitude and dedication to our program have been a blessing. Esther hits some of the hardest ground strokes of anyone in our league and has come a long way in her mental approach to the game and using a variety of shots to set up her opponent. Esther played some of her best tennis this year and was instrumental in victories over West Milford and Passaic Valley. Esther has compiled an impressive 30-plus victories in her career and has been instrumental in 2 league titles. We will certainly miss the leadership and talent that we have come to depend upon over the last 4 years. Esther was recognized as a second-team All-League performer this year. Thank you, Esther, and good luck. Michelle Mallon has also been in our lineup for 4 years, playing both doubles and singles. Michelle is also one of our captains. Michelle went back to doubles this year after 2 years of playing singles and really helped solidify our first doubles spot. Michelle is one of the best serves on our team and in our league. She had some key aces and service wins in our Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills victories. Michelle's easygoing nature has helped both me and her partner relax at some of the most tension-filled matches. She also has shown a strange fascination with things that fly over the court, such as airplanes, helicopters, and blimps. Michelle has been instrumental in winning back-to-back league titles, and her leadership and dedication will be missed. Michelle was recognized as a first-team All-League performer this year. Thank you, Michelle, and good luck. Samantha Mossman came back to our team this year after a year off and immediately made an impact on our lineup. This is Samantha's first varsity letter for tennis. Samantha helped us solidify our second doubles team and was instrumental in our comeback to win the league. Due to injury and lineup changes, Samantha not only had to adjust to playing varsity doubles, but she had to adjust to a variety of partners. Samantha really came on in the second half of the season and played her best tennis in our most crucial matches down the stretch. Her fearlessness at the net and consistent effort helped our team achieve our goals. Her determination and athleticism will be missed. Samantha was recognized as a second-team All-League performer this year. Thank you, Samantha, and good luck. Pamela Shafir has been with our program for 4 years and really came into her own as a player this year. Her versatility allowed her to both play and succeed at singles and doubles. She had 3 singles victories this year to go along with 4 doubles victories. Pamela was also playing her best tennis down the stretch and played her best match of the year in a comeback win against Wayne Valley to clinch the league. Pamela was a steady influence on our team this year, and we would not have had the success we did without her. No matter what the situation, Pamela would remain focused on the next point and was a calming presence in our matches. As we prepared to complete our match against Wayne Valley, we were down a set, and Pam said to me, "Don't worry, we'll just win the next 2 sets." I was nervous anyway, but her and her partner really came through, just as they said they would. Pamela was recognized as a second-team All-League performer. Thank you, Pamela, and good luck. Elaine Steinberg has been part of our program for 4 years and has been the anchor of our doubles team for the last 3. She is also one of our captains this year. No matter what the score of the match or team that we were competing against, I always knew that we would get Elaine's best effort. Elaine's sincerity both on and off the court has been noticed by opponents and coaches alike. It is tremendously gratifying as a coach when others compliment your players, not only on their skill and performance, but also how they comport themselves during competition. It seemed every match a coach would pull me aside and comment on how much they respected and enjoyed the way Elaine competed. Her positive energy helped keep our team focused even when we were struggling or not playing our best. Elaine is the epitome of what a student athlete should be, and the way she treats those around her is something to be emulated. Elaine finished her career with more than 30 doubles victories and was an integral part of our back-to-back league championships. Elaine was recognized as a first-team All-League performer again this year and is this year's Cutter Award recipient as well. Thank you, Elaine, and good luck. I really cannot say enough about what this group of seniors has meant to our program and how much of a pleasure they were to coach. I hope that when you look back at your high school career, you do so with pride and fond memories. I hope that you have enjoyed our time together as much as I have. You are remarkable young ladies, and I wish you much luck and success in your future endeavors. Thank you, and good night.
Hi, my name is Jamie Zeinberg. I'm the director of the Fairlawn High School Marching Band. While this season was one unlike any other, and not one we would have hoped for or wished for, it was the season we were given, and I am all the more proud of our seniors who stuck with us this year, despite the season not being one filled with traveling to many competitions and having state championships and national championships and all the things that we've grown to love over the years. They were still instrumental in continuing on the legacy of the Fairlawn High School Marching Band. And I think that shows even more a sign of how special they are and committed to their craft. I would like to thank the following seniors: Sid Ansonoff, who was our drum major this year, our leader of the marching band, has been with us for many years and is not only a fine leader, but a great musician as well. Charlie, one of our brass section leaders this year, and also a fine musician and great leader, has been with us for many years. Barry Walker, another one of our brass section leaders, tuba player, excellent role model, excellent leader. And rounding out our brass leaders is Max Ansoff, who is also, like I said, one of our brass section leaders and an excellent musician. Next, we have Ahmad Martin, who is our drumline section leader. Has been instrumental in working with our students and training up some of the new kids and keep showing them the ropes. We have Marissa DeFino, who is our front ensemble section leader, who is a great leader to all of those kids who are joining and continuing with the mallets and other instruments involved in the front ensemble. We have Gil Anavi, who is one of our woodwind section leaders, and he's a clarinet player. We have Kaylin, who is a member of our color guard and a senior this year. We have Gianna and Victoria, who are both members of the color guard and our color guard section leaders for this year. We have Gianna Barone, who is a member of the front ensemble, and Esther Soka, who is also a member of our front ensemble. We have Angel Vargas, who is a woodwind section leader and saxophone player. I would like to take this time to recognize our Cutter Award winners for this year. We have Sid Ansonoff, who again is our drum major and very special member of our group. And we also have Marissa DeFino, who is our front ensemble section leader. Both of these students continue to strive for excellence and continue to work to keep the new students engaged, keep the returning members engaged, and raise everybody's spirits and keep everybody working hard towards our goal this year, which was a different goal than, our competitive past, but a goal very important nonetheless to keep things moving forward and to keep the legacy of the Fair Lawn Marching Band thriving. Like I said in the beginning, I'm very proud of all of our students, especially our seniors, and they will surely be missed. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
In closing, I'd like to again thank our coaches for all the hard work and effort they put in, again, through a really tough time. I'd like to thank Mr. Gorski and Ms. Matina for all their support from the top. Special thanks to Dr. Bosco, our assistant principal, for putting together this ceremony. Always thankful for Mrs. Katz and the hard work she does in our athletic office, keeping things running. Ms. LaCicero, our athletic trainer. Mrs. Murata, our school nurse, helping get everything prepared for the season and helping us navigate, again, through a really tough and difficult time. I'd like to thank our entire Parents Committee for Athletics for everything they do for our student athletes. Our transportation department, Mrs. Rockinova and her staff, for transporting our athletes safely. Mr. Yobs, our buildings and grounds superintendent, and his entire team, getting our fields ready, keeping everything updated and safe and clean, and providing our athletes with great facilities to compete on. Also, our recreation department, Mr. Graff, Mr. Lado, Mr. Homa, for everything they do to help coordinate our schedules, both the recreation and high school schedules. We work really hard to keep everybody on the same page, and we do a lot of work together, so it's always great to have their support. And I'd like to also thank Roger Gould, our head custodian at the high school, for everything he's done all throughout, the last 6 months or even longer than that, getting, our indoor facilities, perfectly sanitized and ready for action, especially this upcoming winter when we will be indoors. So I'd like, again, congratulate everybody. I hope you enjoyed the ceremony, and stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Next up, winter sports.